Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm super excited to be here. This is the first video of, I hope, many about something that I'm really passionate about. I started on a decluttering and minimizing journey probably about 5 years ago, and I have seen so many benefits from it. I like to say I'm rehabilitated. I'm a formerly extremely messy person. I'm still pretty messy. Deep down in my soul, I'm a messy person who still likes to collect things. That's still just in my nature. That's how I've always been. But I like to call myself semi-reformed because I feel like in the last 5 years I've gotten rid of so much stuff. I've organized my life in a way that I never thought was possible. And now I want to share tips that I have with other people because I feel like I see a lot of people who struggle with getting rid of things and organizing, and I don't claim to be the most organized person in the world because I'm not, but I think I have a lot of good tips that can apply to everyone, which I think is important. Anyone can use these tips. I feel like I have a lot to say about it. I also am planning on doing a lot of cleaning videos, which help me stay motivated, and hopefully someone else out there can find motivation too. And that's just why I'm doing this, is because I feel like I have a message to spread and I want to share it with you. So before I get off on a tangent, I'm just going to tell you my seven tips that I have that anyone can use for starting on a minimizing, spring cleaning, decluttering journey. So here we go. Number 1, to thine own self be true, which sounds really cliche and silly, but it's true. You need to dig deep into your soul. If you are a messy person like I am and you like to collect things, you're gonna have to know that about yourself because it's gonna be harder for you to get rid of things. Now, if you're already a pretty minimal person and you're just kind of looking for extra inspiration, then you might not have as much emotional baggage, I should say, to deal with as some of us who are really messy. You need to dig deep and ask yourself, why are you watching cleaning videos? Why do you feel like you need motivation? What are you missing in your life that you're currently fulfilling by buying stuff or acquiring things or collecting things? I never thought that I was missing something in my life by trying to hang on to stuff. But it's only when I started to let it go that I realized that it's the hunt. You're trying to find like the perfect thing, and I still have that desire. But what is it that's holding you back from having a clean and organized space? Whether it's a physical limitation or mental limitation or bad habits or chronic shopping issues, you need to figure out what it is inside yourself before you can fully change your lifestyle. And this is something that has taken me a really long time to figure out. I thought that you could just become a minimalist by just getting rid of all your stuff. And you can, but the problem is if you get rid of a bunch of stuff and you're not ready to really get rid of that stuff, either you're gonna regret what you've gotten rid of or you're gonna just keep bringing things into your house. And that's probably the biggest thing that I still struggle with, is you get rid of a bunch of stuff and then you have a bunch of room for new things, which is great, but if you're not committed to keeping them out of your house, you're just going to keep acquiring things and nothing is going to change. And that's going to be really frustrating, and you're just going to get stuck in this cycle, and it's like a whole thing. So you need to dig deep and figure out what it is about yourself that you are trying to change. And that can be a really scary thing to confront your own demons. I mean, that's not something that is easy for most people, I think. And being on this journey for so long, and I call it a journey, which is a little dramatic, but it's true. Being on this journey for so long has made me really confront a lot of things, and it's going to come up for you too. Maybe not right away, but be ready for those things. So the more that you know yourself and your bad habits, the better able you're going to be to confront them and get past them and live a more organized life. Number 2, don't try to control other people. And this is a big one. This is a big thing you can apply to your life too. But worry about your own self and the rest will follow. I know how frustrating it is to want to just clean everything in your entire house, but your family might not be on board. So worry about your own stuff first and the rest will follow. So if you are in your closet like a wild woman getting rid of all your stuff, a lot of times the other people in your life will be like, wow, like they see something in what you're doing and they want to also go along with it. Or they'll just say, you know, they'll give you the go ahead to get rid of stuff or whatever. But in the meantime, if they are not on board, worry about your own stuff and your own self. Your normal is your normal. So whatever you're trying to achieve in this process, like if you're trying to achieve complete minimalism in which you just live in the clean white space and you don't have any things and you want to put all your clothes in a suitcase, that's fine. If you are just trying to downsize your house and you still like your knickknacks, that's fine too. Whatever you are going for, you're the only person in your closet like who has to look at your stuff every day. You're the only person who's affected by your stuff. So worry about your own self and your own stuff and the rest will follow. And it's a process. It might not be overnight. So that's number 2. All right, number 3, set yourself up to win. Don't dive into a closet when you still have dishes that need to be done. And I am definitely guilty of this, but I find that like your house doesn't have to be spotless before you get into your closet or get into getting rid of stuff. And if you're in the mood to get rid of stuff, then by all means, fill a bag, get rid of it. But I find that you want to set yourself up to win. So you want to make a plan as to how you're going to achieve whatever your goal is. So let's say your goal is you want to clean up you want to clean your closet. Okay. So how are you going to achieve this goal? You need to make time and actually put it on the calendar and set that date for yourself and follow through, because it's a date for yourself. Like you're trying to achieve something and better your life. You are worth keeping your own date to yourself. So if your goal is to clean your closet, then set a date and make it happen and follow through. Hello, kitty. Just a little sassy. Okay, can you? All right. Number 4, be ready for roadblocks. There's a tip that I learned from the Unfudge Your Habitat blog. Now it's not unfudge, but I'm trying to keep this PG. So the Unfudge Your Habitat, and I'll link them down below. But they suggest doing something called a 20-10 or a 45-15. And basically that is a strategy that you can use if you have limitations that keep you from cleaning for a long time. So it avoids marathons, it avoids burnout. Basically, you set a timer for 20 minutes and then you clean, or organize or whatever it is you have to do for 20 minutes and then take a break for 10 minutes. Or you do a 45-15. So you do 45 minutes of cleaning and 15 minutes of relaxing. And you set a timer for those relaxing times because they're important to keep you from getting burned out. So if you know that you if one of your roadblocks is that you know that you marathon too much, then doing a 20-10 or a 45-15 can really help clean up your space in a short amount of time. And also it just kind of helps get over the hump, I guess. I used to use these all the time, like when I was trying to clean my dorm, and I think my roommate probably would have appreciated if I had done a little more of them, but you know, it is what it is. I still use them now, but I don't set a timer. I'll just do like a power hour or whatever you want to call it. So that's one of my roadblocks is I'll do a marathon and then I'll make a huge mess and then it's like, now what? Another roadblock could be you have clutter blindness, which means that you just don't see clutter, which if you ask my mom, then she probably, I don't know if she thinks that clutter blindness is a real thing, but it totally is. Excuse you, cat. I'm trying to do a video. So if you know that you have clutter blindness and that you, excuse me, if you know that you can't see mess as much as other people do, then ask for help. Ask someone else to take a look at your space and say, you know, hey, what could I do better? And even if you take a before and after picture, a lot of times that can help you see the progress that you've made. And also helps you see beyond the clutter blindness, because if you see a picture of something, you're able to step back from it a little bit and kind of get more out of it. That's number 4. Know your roadblocks, and if you know them ahead of time, you'll be better able to jump over them when they come up. Like if you get emotionally fatigued by getting rid of stuff, which I know that I do, like if I spend too much time getting rid of stuff I'm emotionally attached to, it's not gonna work. So I know I need to take a break, start again, do something else, and then come back to it. And now that I know that about myself, I'm able to get through things faster because I can schedule times that I know that I have time to sit down and actually do it. And that's just worked out well for me in the past. Number 5 is champion the cause of homeless items. You want to be the crusader for homeless items and start with the stuff that you need to keep track of the most. So ask yourself, do your keys have a home? Does your phone have a home when it's not in your hand in front of your face? Does your purse have a home? Does your backpack have a home? All of these things that we tend to dump all over the surface when we come in, having a home for those items just saves a lot of time, and it can train you to start putting things away. And it starts with the simple stuff that you just dump every day. Like that'll flow over into other parts of your life. Focus on the everyday items and then ask yourself, if something doesn't have a home and you can't figure out where to put it, do you really need it in your life? Because if it doesn't have somewhere to live, then why is it just hanging out in your house if you can't find somewhere specific for it to live? All right, so number 6. I touched on this a little bit, but number 6 is ask for help. So whether you need physical help to get rid of things, or you need someone to look at your space and tell you like, hey, you really don't need these things. Or even if you just need someone to get your butt in gear and say, hey, get off the couch and go clean your kitchen. When you're asking for help, you want to be specific. For example, I would say, I want to clean out my closet. So how do I need to achieve this? And I would ask my husband to bring stuff to the donation place for me, because that's like my worst step, is just actually getting it out of the house, and he is more than willing to drive and get rid of my stuff. So asking him for help has been really helpful in getting rid of stuff for both of us, because he'll take over the hard part, whereas I do the other hard part on my end. Does that make sense? Asking for help. There's no shame in asking for help, and there's no shame in asking your loved ones to help you make your space better and cleaner and more organized. And I bet you have a friend out there who would just love to just get into your mess and just like go house on it. Like, honestly, I know so many people that are really into organizing and wish they had more mess to organize because they're naturally organized people. So I bet if you ask around, you could find someone who would just love to get their hands all up in your mess. All right, so number 7 is probably the most important one, and that is to actually start. Grab a couple trash bags, grab one for trash, grab one for donations, and get in there and just do it. I know I said to make a plan earlier, and that is important too, but the most important part is to actually start. And it took me a long time to actually focus on this, and I still focus on it every day because I am still a naturally messy person, but everybody deserves to live in a nice, clean, organized space. And the only one who can really make it happen for you is you. So if you don't start, then you're just going to live in a mess forever, and that's no good. Like, nobody deserves to live in a mess. Nobody deserves to be unhappy, surrounded by all of their stuff. And that's why I started making these videos, because I want to share that message with people. Because I feel like there's too many people that are buried under too much crap, and they don't deserve it. And that just makes me sad. And I want to help other people achieve the enlightenment that I have achieved, because I have learned that it's just so much better on the other side. So anyway, I hope you found these 7 tips helpful. I hope that I helped someone out there, and I hope to continue helping. And I'm just going to keep making these videos because I think they're helpful, and they're helpful for me. So if you found something helpful, then I would love to hear a comment, because I want to hear about your struggles and your challenges and things you want to see. I don't know, I'm excited and I want to help. So I'm here. Hello, welcome to my channel. It's nice to meet you, and I'll see you next time.